I've been reading scary stories on Reddit for a while, and I've always been a bit skeptical. I never thought something like this could happen to me, but here I am, writing my own story. I hope it never happens to you. It was an autumn night, and my group of friends and I decided to go to Disneyland to celebrate one of our birthdays. It was late, the park was almost empty because we were going to a special Halloween event held after midnight. We had heard it would be amazing, so we were all very excited. When we arrived, the atmosphere was great, dim lights, spooky music, and characters dressed as monsters walking around. We walked through the park, enjoying the attractions and taking photos. Everything was perfect until something strange started to happen. I noticed a girl who seemed lost. She was wearing a hoodie, but her look unsettled me. She seemed scared. I approached her and asked if she was okay. She stared at me, as if trying to say something but couldn't find the words. One of my friends called me to go to the next attraction, so I walked away from her, but something in her expression left me uneasy. Later, while we were on a roller coaster, I saw the same girl in line. She was alone, and her lost look continued to disturb me. Something was wrong. After we got off, my friend suggested going to the haunted house. The girl appeared again, this time at the entrance. She was standing there, as if waiting for someone. I decided to approach her again. "Hi, are you okay?" I asked. She didn't respond, but her eyes filled with tears. Suddenly, a guy appeared and grabbed her arm, almost dragging her. Something about his attitude bothered me, but before I could do anything, they both disappeared into the crowd. My instinct told me to follow them, but my friends insisted we go. During the attraction, I couldn't get the girl out of my head. Everything felt strange. After leaving, I decided to look for her. I walked through the park, ignoring my friends who mocked my paranoia. Eventually, I reached a darker area of the park, near one of the closed attractions. And there she was again. This time, she was alone, sitting on a bench, crying silently. I approached slowly, trying not to scare her. "Can I help you?" I asked gently. She looked up, her eyes full of fear. "Please, help me. I don't know what to do," she said, her voice trembling. Before I could respond, the same guy appeared. This time, his expression was more sinister. He stood in front of me, blocking my view of the girl. "Do you have a problem?" he said harshly. "I was just trying to help," I replied, trying to stay calm. "We don't need your help. Leave," he growled. I decided to back off. Something in his look gave me chills. I walked away slowly, but couldn't help looking back. The girl was trembling, clearly scared. I went back to my friends but couldn't enjoy the rest of the night. I had a bad feeling I couldn't shake. At the end of the event, when the park was about to close, I saw a commotion near the exit. The police had arrived, and there was an ambulance. My heart sank when I saw what I feared. The girl was lying on the ground, motionless. The paramedics were trying to revive her, but it was clear it was too late. My mind was filled with questions. What had happened? Who was that guy? I decided to stay and watch, trying to understand. Hours later, I learned the truth. The police began to investigate and soon discovered that the guy was a classmate of the girl. She had been trying to avoid him all night. He was obsessed with her, but she had rejected him several times. That night, at Disneyland, he confronted her one last time. In an act of desperation and rage, he pushed her so hard that she fell and hit her head. The police arrested him that same night. The image of the girl on the ground, motionless, will never leave my mind. Sometimes I wonder if I could have done more to help her. Maybe if I had insisted on staying with her, things would have been different. That night changed my life, and since then, Disneyland has never been the same for me. It's a constant reminder that even in the happiest places, the darkest tragedies can occur.